We are doing the fourth commandment, which is keeping Shabbat holy. Okay. Shabbat is a day of rest. People observe it in a variety of different ways. In a general sense, people don't work during Shabbat. People don't work on Shabbat because on the seventh day of creation, God rested. And in the time of Moses, God wrote in the Ten Commandments, "You shall keep Shabbat holy, and proclaim the seventh day a day of rest." Shabbat starts when the sun goes down and ends when you see 3 stars the next night. During Shabbat, you sing prayers, light candles, drink wine, and eat the challah. But most importantly, you thank God for what He has created. Everybody has different ways to observe Shabbat, and everyone celebrates Shabbat differently.
One of the reasons we think that we are commanded to rest on Shabbat is because when God created the world, He worked to create on the first 6 days, and then on the 7th day, He rested. We think God wants to be a role model for us, like a parent or an older sibling. And since God is 12, He would like us to be as much like Him as we can. But since in many ways we cannot be like God, we should at least rest on and honor Shabbat, like He did. When we were slaves in Egypt, we didn't have any freedom and couldn't rest on the Sabbath. After we got our freedom, Jews didn't know how to observe the Sabbath. Fortunately, God has given us rules for this day, that we rest and do not work. Since God rested on the 7th day, so do we.
There's a quote by Ahad Ha'am that is, more than Israel has kept Shabbat, Shabbat has kept Israel. We think that this means that Shabbat has kept Israel and the Jewish people the way they are and together as a community because they all do one thing in common. They keep Shabbat. Also, we think that when we do the blessings over the candles, wine, and challah, God wants us to appreciate what we have. Many people in this world are lucky to have any food at all, but we are very picky and only eat some foods, so we should be grateful for what we have.
On Shabbat, it's considered work to drive a car, but it's not considered work to walk. Why is that? This is because you're operating a machine that is powered by gas and oil, which is almost like lighting a fire. And pressing the pedal to make the car move is just like adjusting a fire. And on Shabbat, you are not supposed to use the fire. Also, a car is full of many electronics, and some traditions prohibit you to use electronic devices during Shabbat. For many people, they work 5 days a week. At the end of the week, they get to go to temple and learn more about the Bible. For some, every day is a rush, and there is no relaxation. But then on Shabbat, you get to relax. For many people, Shabbat is their favorite day of the week.
Shabbat.
Thank you.